Khamzat Chimaev is a fucking terrifying human being. He's so good, and he's so focused and dedicated. That guy is a motherfucker. Khamzat ragdolls people and talks shit while he's doing it.
Khamzat Chimaev really is somebody that you need to take seriously.
Very few fighters have captured the attention of the mixed martial arts world as quickly as Khamzat Chimaev. From his explosive debut to dominating his opponents in the UFC, he was hailed as the next big thing, a fighter who could conquer multiple weight classes. But as fast as he rose, the path hasn't been without setbacks. Today, we explore the rise and potential fall of Khamzat Chimaev. What went right, what went wrong, and what controversies have led to a lot of question marks around his career. Khamzat Chimaev was born on May 1, 1994, in the Chechen Republic, Russia. Growing up, he showed an interest for wrestling and martial arts, dominating local competitions with his natural athleticism and relentless work ethic. At just 19, he moved to Sweden, where his fighting career began to take shape, training at the All Stars Training Center in Stockholm, home to many top-tier fighters.
Hard work.
If you don't work hard, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Absolutely. All Stars is not for everyone.
Chimaev's rise in the MMA world was exciting. With his wrestling foundation and aggressive striking, he quickly amassed a perfect record, dominating opponents both in the amateur circuit and professional fights, so it wasn't long before the UFC came calling.
I don't believe that 100% you never become a champion, no? It's simple. If you want to step, you step. If you don't want, that's it. You know? Hard work you are.
Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, Khamzat Chimaev.
July 2020, Chimaev made his UFC debut against John Phillips, a fight that pushed him to stardom. In a stunning display of ground control and striking, Chimaev secured a second-round submission victory, followed just 10 days later by a first-round knockout of Rhys McKee. 2 fights, 2 wins, and less than 2 weeks in the octagon. His rapid-fire victories and his willingness to fight anyone, anywhere, and at any weight class, welterweight or middleweight, captivated fans and analysts alike.
Fight, give me fight. When you want, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna be champion here, 77 kilo.
He talks, the look, the lip, everything all about it. But then, of course, the way that he fights inside the octagon, I mean, the man is absolutely terrifying.
He was dubbed the next Khabib, or Khabib 2.0, and the UFC's most exciting new prospect.
Everybody's like, I can't wait to see that motherfucker fight again. Can he fight again tomorrow?
I want to see him fight too, Joe.
Can he fight tomorrow?
I fucking want to see him too.
But just as fast as he rose, Chimaev's career hit a roadblock. In December 2020, after a hard-fought battle with COVID-19, Chimaev was forced to pull out of his scheduled bout with Leon Edwards. His struggle with the virus was more severe than many knew, suffering really bad from symptoms.
An email that Khamzat Chimaev is still suffering from the effects of COVID. There's something wrong with his lungs. They're putting him on.
Chimaev even considered retiring from MMA.
And you still coughing blood and you think, man, you're finished, you know. It's still once if doctor said something to you, is head and you still go home and you're coughing blood and shit. Tomorrow I'm finished, man.
It was a shocking turn of events. A fighter who seemed unstoppable was suddenly facing a battle he couldn't control. Fans were worried and the future looked uncertain. His retirement post sent shockwaves through the MMA community, leaving everyone wondering, was this the end of Khamzat Chimaev's career?
With Chimaev, I'm gonna go with the Leech.
Chimaev, yeah. Fighter, and with that time off, it might be enough to kind of figure out what he wants to do.
Fast forward to October 2021, Chimaev made his long-awaited return against Li Jingliang. In a dominant performance, he choked out Jingliang in the first round, reasserting his place as a top contender. The hype was back.
I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Get everybody.
But questions lingered. How would he fare against elite competition?
And done.
You can't say much other than wow.
Wow. If somebody stays in my way, I'm gonna kill him.
That's the guys that I want to fight. I want to become a champion. I want to fight the best guys in the world. I believe in the hype for sure. I'm not going to underestimate Khamzat Chimaev, but we put that hype in the test.
And how did your boy Khamzat get it done against Gilbert?
First round knockout.
Watch closely as well, but of course I gotta go with my guy Gilbert.
I don't think Gilbert is good anyway, but it does beat him. He's ranked number 3 in the world, 4 in the world, so he can beat Gilbert. Fair play to him.
Enter Gilbert Burns, a former title challenger and one of the division's toughest fighters. In April 2022, Chimaev faced Burns in what was his biggest test yet. It was a brutal back-and-forth battle, a 3-round war that went to the judges. Chimaev won by unanimous decision, but it wasn't the dominant performance fans expected.
What is it? Do we have a translator?
The fight exposed weaknesses in Chimaev's game. His striking defense, cardio, and his ability to handle adversity against top-tier opponents. Was this a sign that Chimaev wasn't the unbeatable force he seemed? Was his aura of invincibility shattered? Then came UFC 279, and with it a major controversy that had fans turning against Khamzat Chimaev. Scheduled to fight Nate Diaz, Chimaev missed weight by a shocking 7.5 pounds.
178.5, the official weight for Khamzat Chimaev.
The event was thrown into chaos, forcing a reshuffling of the fight card. Chimaev fought Kevin Holland instead, dominating him in a first-round submission, but the weight miss raised serious questions about his discipline and future in the welterweight division.
They stopped that shit. I don't know. I want to continue that shit. Hey, this is Chechen.
Fans and analysts began to wonder if Chimaev was losing focus. Was he too distracted by fame, money, or the growing expectations? The criticism was harsh, and suddenly the once-feared fighter was now under scrutiny. People quickly began to throw rumors that the change in Khamzat's behavior was due to his growing relationship with former UFC fighter Darren Till, and whether his behavior is starting to rub off negatively on Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat started to lose hype and relevancy, going from fighting every other month to fighting once in the last year. On the 21st of October 2023, he took on former welterweight champion Kamaru Usman at a catchweight of 185 pounds. Khamzat defeated Usman by a majority decision, dominating the first round, but slowing down and looking tired in the next 2 rounds. This fight raised the same criticism as his fight with Gilbert, pointing out the fact that Khamzat's cardio is lacking and fans stating that Kamaru Usman should have won the fight.
I love disrupting their plans. I love derailing their stories. You know, I asked for the fight. It wasn't offered to me. I asked for the fight straight after the last fight.
This one, Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev in Saudi Arabia. That's a wild one. That is a wild fight.
If you're in the corner of Khamzat Chimaev, you got to be concerned. One thing Robert Whittaker's not going to do is run out of gas. He's very, very experienced, fighting at the highest level for the long time.
Sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to testing that, to see how big the hype is, if you would.
Fast forward to 2024, as Chimaev's career continued, a potential matchup against former middleweight champion Robert Whittaker began to circulate. Chimaev expressed interest in taking on Whittaker and later looking to take UFC gold. Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker was later announced and scheduled for June 22nd, 2024 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
He wants to cement his legacy, one of the all-time greats.
Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev. That one is gonna be wild.
This was the real test for Khamzat. If he can beat Robert Whittaker, then there's no doubt that he should be the next fighter to challenge for the belt. This was make or break. The MMA world was stunned. Why would a fighter known for his fearlessness suddenly back out of such a high-profile matchup? Was it an injury, a strategic decision, or something else?
I was really, really excited to see this fight. It was going to be a banger. It was going to be an awesome fight. And I was fascinated to see how it would play out. I was fascinated to see how Khamzat would have done against a genuine middleweight.
Some speculated that Chimaev wasn't ready to face a fighter as well-rounded as Whittaker. Others pointed to possible issues within his camp or even lingering health concerns. But whatever the reason, it was another blow to Chimaev's credibility and momentum.
Chat, Khamzat Chimaev is a fraud. Who's with me? Absolute fraud, chat. What is going on, dude? Show up to a fight.
Despite the inconvenience, Robert Whittaker, the legend he is known for, took on a late-notice fight against the dangerous Russian fighter Ikram Aliskerov, whose only loss in MMA is by the man in question himself, Khamzat Chimaev. Aliskerov was a heavy favorite to beat Robert Whittaker as his style resembles that of Khamzat's, but when the cage closed, every MMA fan and analyst was left in shock. Bobby Knuckles knocked out Aliskerov in devastating fashion inside one round. It was a masterclass of a performance from Robert Whittaker. For Chimaev, however, it was yet another missed opportunity that left fans wondering about his future and whether he would have met the same fate had he fought Robert Whittaker. Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker has been rebooked for the 26th of October 2024. But with Khamzat's track record of pulling out, MMA fans are not confident he even shows up. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, there was the scamming controversy. Allegations surfaced that Chimaev had scammed fans out of money through fake merchandise and false promises. It was stated that Chimaev was involved in promoting questionable business ventures, including a crypto coin called Smash, which many claim to be a scam.
Hello guys, there is one crypto coin about me, they call it Smash. Let's smash together guys, let's go.
Following Khamzat's post, the coin dropped a shocking 94%, which can be seen as a classic rug pull that benefited Khamzat and left his fans who trusted him with a worthless coin. Khamzat quickly deleted all his posts, but it was too late as he was getting absolutely dragged on social media. Khamzat later posted a video on social media from a member of his team stating that Khamzat had no direct involvement with the team and claims they were not the direct cause of the token plummeting 94% and there was no scam.
With Khamzat, and Khamzat has no direct involvement with the token whatsoever. We were merely in contact with his manager, who we sent the videos to of the Smash token, and we asked him to share them because it's a fan token and it would be fun for the community and for his fans. And that's why his manager agreed.
The accusations were denied, but the damage to his public image was undeniable, with many fans feeling betrayed by a fighter they once idolized. Whether it was a misunderstanding or a deliberate act, the scamming allegations added another layer to the growing list of issues surrounding Chimaev. His once untouchable aura was beginning to crack, and fans started to lose faith. In addition to the controversies surrounding his fighting career, Khamzat Chimaev's connection to Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov has also drawn significant attention and criticism. Kadyrov, known for his authoritarian rule and allegations of human rights abuses, has been a controversial figure on the global stage. His support for MMA fighters from Chechnya, including Chimaev, has raised questions and eyebrows. The YouTube channel Mark Fighting covers this topic really well and goes in-depth on how Ramzan Kadyrov might be ruining Khamzat's career. If you want to see a more detailed cover of this topic, then head over to Mark Fighting's channel and give it a like. Khamzat has gone from a feared active fighter who had the MMA world in a chokehold to an inactive fighter who seems to value money and fame over legacy. Khamzat Chimaev's journey in the UFC has been nothing short of a roller coaster. At this point, the future of Khamzat Chimaev is filled with uncertainty. Will he overcome these challenges and reclaim his spot as a top contender? Or will the weight of these controversies prove too much to bear? Only time will tell.